All right. Now, let us see. So it appears it works. The camera works. Not only does the camera work, but I got something that many people wouldn't expect me to get, but I got it. I managed to get two things. I was expecting to get one, but due to how cheap they were, I got a second. One's going to be for home and one's going to be on me at all times. And this is coming into play after recent events, especially with a specific person that I'm eventually going to be boxing. He is the reason why I'm getting these. So I wonder which one this is. This one could be this is my favorite one. Oh, this is my favorite one. Oh no. I really hate that they fucking put it this way. But chat, I got a switchblade. And not just one. Oh no. I didn't just get one. Oh yeah, by the way, this is also a heavy hilt. Meaning is you gotta have some pretty profound grip strength to just shank it open. Damn. I don't know how I did it so efficiently the first fucking time. How did I do it so easy the first time? But yes, this has a 3-inch blade. And the hilt itself is about, I'd say, 4.5 to 5 inches. This is a gigantic weapon. For reference, this is my hand. I have pretty big fucking hands. Nearly the size of my own head. And yet, when I compare it to the fucking blade, it is almost the same size as the blade. So as I said, this is not small, and this is my favorite one because this is a rare one. This is a very, very rare one. Fuck, I can't grip it because I did it so well the first fucking time. But as I said, that's not the only one I got. This is the one that I personally found first that I liked the most. Fuck me, dude. But yeah, as you can clearly see, the blade, not something to scoff at. Fuck me. Yeah, as it turns out, this isn't the only one, because I also got, as I said, a second one. Now, the second one is a little different. The second one, see, the second one, see, it's a big hilt. Like, this is even bigger. Look at this. This is compared to the size of my face. This is a gigantic hilt mixed in with a blade that is custom crafted. This is a customly crafted blade because there's beautiful markings all over the front. Stainless steel. This is a good one. Why? Because you don't need 2 hands to use it. Even on your worst day, your weakest day, you can use this thing, and it is a heavy hilt, easy to pop up, easy retracted blade. This is amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. These two new toys, I basically call them fucking toys, okay? Because, well, technically they're not. Nowhere near it. Now, obviously, one is easier to do than the other. One is from the side and pretty much sucks ass, but the blade is the same, a stainless steel with, look at that, with, that's not that, that's actual, that is silver lining. Yes. This is a nice one. This is my personal favorite. I know you can't exactly see it very well, but once I start putting it up there, this is a red and black, ultra rare. This is rare. This is not common. From what I've seen, they only had one of these in stock, and they had hundreds of them. This was the only one in stock. Not only that, but the blade itself is sturdy and is decently large. It's useful for all the right, for heavy duty issues. I use that one, but for normal average issues, this works just fine. Not only that, but it's got the American part of the American flag and an American skull on it. This is my personal favorite. What's even better is that they got American cops on the back and stars and stripes with it. This is one of my favorites as well. Thing is, it is so easy to use. So easy, in fact, I could use it blindfolded. Just won't stab anything blindfolded. But this is my personal favorite right here. Now, in terms of looks, this one beats both. Look at that. Just, I like this one, but damn, is this one something else? Having both of these on me at all times would be overkill. There would be no reason to have both of these. So, yeah. The unboxing was supposed to be a surprise because I didn't actually tell Kaylee I was going to go and do this. So she's probably going to be very surprised when she looks in the trash and she finds 2 boxes like these. Like, hey, why do you have 2 boxes? And when I look at them and you look at this, it looks like you might have something that I don't know. So yeah, I'm just going to see if my editor comes in because I want him to know the situation. I don't know if anyone's actually going to come to this video or how it's going to be done. But seeing as how my job as security is becoming a bit kind of hectic. And then mix that in with Dominic. Dominic Harris is the guy that I'm boxing. The one thing I don't understand though is Dominic. I don't understand. But he is young. He's younger than me. See, Xavier was around my age. Xavier's like 22, 3. He's close to my age, but Dominic is younger than me. So it's kind of like, okay, maybe this, that. But the problem is Dominic, the problem is Dominic, how should I say this? Let me see if I can change the lighting. I wonder, did that help? Oh, yes, it did. So you might be able to see both what I got better now. Oh, yeah, you definitely see it better on the cameras. This is much easier to use at a moment's notice, but the blade is light. However, this one, hard to use at a moment's notice, but worth it because the blade is extremely sharp and extremely heavy duty. Meaning is, the bigger you are, the better the blade. And this has a pretty damn good blade. Any normal issues I have with people, and I can just use this one. So, not really worried about that part, but yet again, we go back to the lesson. The reason why I got those is because of Dominic Harris. And yeah, Dominic is the sole reason why I got these. And and this was mainly because even though Dominic himself isn't very intimidating, he's got multiple people with him. It doesn't matter how good you are as a fighter. A numbers advantage like a 5 to 6 to 1 does not favor you regardless how good you are. A 6 to 1, because any of them could be armed. One of them could be armed with a damn bat, and I'm going to be using my hands. It's like it's not fair. But as someone always says, life isn't fair, so you gotta get the advantage first. So obviously, I now have a switchblade. Lucky for me, I've had extensive training on how to use it before I got it. And that was because I was in high school. So I have gotten extensive training in how to use it. So I'm not going to cut myself and mix that in with a couple of years of machine shop training. I'm pretty much good. That's why I can handle these without a problem. That's why I'm not worried I'm going to cut myself, because I know knife safety. It's got instilled in me as a kid. So that is the major reason why I got them, was because of the gang behavior that Dominic has. It's just, it's always gang with him. It's either you're with a gang or you're not, and then if you're not, you're no good to him. And that's the problem. He has a mindset that, in a way, I think of him as Mitch Green. Many Mike Tyson fans know who Mitch Green is, and I'll let you know why. For those who do know who Mitch Green is, tell people in the comment section or over here about who Mitch Green is. I don't want to, because it'll spoil the fun on what that means. But Mitch Green was an actual gangster. This dude ran streets. He ran the streets. I think he still does. Either that or he's a pastor now. I think he stopped running the streets years ago. Because the dude just couldn't do it. He couldn't be seen in the public eye anymore. I mean, dude got really messed up in the fights. Now that doesn't always mean that it's going to be a bad thing, or doesn't always mean it's going to be via that. But I brought them out of this to show that these things were bought because of Dominic. I am not going to let fate decide what happens. I'm gonna let me decide. I will decide what happens. Because at the end of the day, he tries to fuck someone over, fuck me over in particular, because he either loses the match or he doesn't like the outcome of the match that we're gonna have. He is likely going to use every single thing in the book to try and either get me disqualified from the match so he wins by default, which he has, as I learned, he has done and has tried before. So this is not new. He's not new to this. He has won both times by default. And the one time that he lost was against someone nearly around his size. So he's not really fought someone like me before. He's not fought someone of a larger stature, of a larger weight class. He's not ever fought someone like that. So that immediately brings me into the potential of this. The possibility of actually losing this fight is still there. I'm not going to say that I can't lose the fight because, oh, I'm too good. No. It's not that I'm too good. But rather, because of the amount of things I can do, it's the amount of things I can do that provides the advantages. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, well, it's not going to be fair because he's half my weight. Almost literally. This kid is nearly half my weight. He's 120 pounds. And the last I was weighed was 224. So when I said that this kid is nearly half my weight, I was not kidding. This kid is almost half my weight. There's no way in hell he's winning. There's no way. Even if he hits me extremely fast, Xavier learned the hard way. I don't go down with one hit. Even if he hit me in the chin, it's not going to do enough. And if Xavier couldn't do it, and he was fast and heavier, what is a person a third of his weight going to do? Not third, 2/3 of his weight. What is someone half my weight going to do to me if someone nearly 200 pounds can't hurt me? What is a 120-pound kid going to do to me? Technically, he's 18, but I call him kid because he acts like one. To me, it's like, this kid's, I could legitimately kill him in the ring. People don't understand that this is more than one weight class of difference. In many instances, it could be up to 2 or even 3 weight classes of difference. That's a whole nother ball game. And people are like, oh, well, I've seen people half their weight easily beat people twice their size. Oh, really? Really? So why don't we put an average American against Brian Shaw then? You start to see my point, right? Neither me nor Brian have skills. Well, neither the average American nor Brian Shaw has that type of boxing skill. But I'm willing to bet every single time Brian's going to win. Why? Have you seen how fucking hard he punches? That dude can knock your head off. Literally. The amount of force that is required to knock your head off, he can throw. Why do people say size don't matter? My ass. Size don't matter, my ass. If the bigger person, now, I will give them credit. If the bigger person does underestimate the threat, and I'm not going to do that with this because there have been times where I've done that and I've nearly got my ass kicked for it. So I'm not going to test my luck. So even though I've done it before and I've walked away scot free, I'm not going to do it because I don't know how long my luck will hold out. But the good news for me is that even if that's the case, and miraculously, somehow, that happens. At the end of the day, it just happens. If it happens, it happens. Oh well. If he beats me, fair and square, he beats me fair and square. That has to be admitted. If he beats me, he beats me. That's the end of that. But if he loses, he can't be a sore loser. Because I'm not going to be a sore loser if I lose. At the end of the day, this match will tell me whether if he is a real G or if he's not. And it's going to tell me everything I need to know about him if he can win the match. Now, I will give some credit to his trainer. He has trained Dominic to try and fight me, as in he's training him to take me on. He's showing Dominic training videos that I've done, but when my trainer Doug asked him a question about, do you think Dominic can win? He straight face said no. Like, he straight up said no. That's how you know it's bad. When even your fucking trainer doesn't believe you can win. Like, he's trying to tell Dominic to not take the fight. He's telling Dominic to get out of the fight because he knows Dominic will lose. It's like, why? Are you that dumb? It's like, if he wants to get his ass beat so badly, let him get his ass kicked. But that also goes for vice versa. If he kicks my ass, oh fucking well, right? Oh well, it's a sport. You lose in sports sometimes. You know what I mean? It's like at the end of the day, oh shoot, I lost. Oh no, like I'm not gonna care. Plus, if I lose, he's not gonna be upset about the results because he proves that he somehow is better than everybody because he takes down someone brand new. So, but yeah, no, his chances are you have a better chance of winning the fucking lottery. I'm not even joking. You have a better chance of winning the lottery. There's no way. Unless I completely fuck something up and I completely fuck up my form, I completely fuck up my strength, and he somehow gets everything correct, then the chances of him winning are practically zero. He will not win this engagement. Period. He just won't. Now, does that mean he can't? No. He still could very easily. He could still very easily beat me. But that doesn't mean that it's the end of that. So, luckily for me, I can finally say with certainty that I do have a second confirmed fight. Dominic is my opponent. And at the end of the day, whatever happens, happens. If I lose, oh well. If I win, I'll just continue learning and continue focusing on my training. I'm not going to waste time. I'm not going to waste my trainer's time or my own time for that matter. I'm not going to do any of that. So luckily for me, I have a beautiful idea on how I want to deal with this guy. I'm going to try to fuck around and troll with him as much as I can without getting myself into a situation where I can't escape. Basically, I'm going to Muhammad Ali him. Basically, troll with him, poke a little fun at him. But at the end of the day, it's a boxing match. If he takes it that seriously, oh well. But the fact that he is an 18-year-old and he acts like he's an 8-year-old really tells you a lot about how he was raised. That's the issue with me, is that he acts like a spoiled child. But that doesn't mean he can't fight. It doesn't mean anything. So it just means he's a spoiled child. But generally, that does mean he can't fight and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. But as I said before, nobody knows until it happens, right? So I'm going to continue training and I'm going to continue thinking that he is going to be a major threat in that boxing ring. But I'm also going to train myself to be able to troll and be able to do all these kinds of things. So in the end, the 6th at 3 p.m. is the day and the exact time in which this boxing match begins. Now, I don't know how long it's going to last. It could last the entirety of 10 rounds. It could last more than that. Maybe it lasts just one round. Maybe it lasts 5, 8, 3. Who knows? But to me, that's the beauty of it, because if you don't know, you'll want to try more to reduce the time that it takes to knock him out or down. I was thinking about it, but realizing just how much this sport has changed me. And you could probably tell because of this alone. This alone made me start to really think like, shit, I didn't know anything before. It's like, I'm surprised I'm alive to this point, because once you start doing boxing and you start doing that, you really begin to understand that, shit, I was not as good as I thought I was. And now that I have a little bit more of an understanding of how basic punching, basic stances, the torque of the body, now that I understand that, I can finally say that I feel safe in my own skin. That's why you generally don't see me yelling. You don't see me poking at people. It's because I feel safe in my own skin. And I honestly believe it. Now, obviously, I don't have to smile to prove it, but it's better just to prove it with action. And that's why it's extremely hard for me to just get this. But the good news for me is that at the end of the day, this situation will go in and go out as if nothing happened. I will be telling my family about the whole switchblade thing. I will tell them, including Kaylee. She's probably going to wonder why I'm carrying these on me in the first place. But I think she'll understand after I discuss it with her a bit. And plus, who wouldn't want somebody that's able to protect you? You know what I mean? Like, why would you not want somebody like that? So for me, I will try and hide one of these. This is my favorite one. So it means this wider one is the one that's easy to use. This is, to me, the easy one to use. But yeah, I think this video's done. I think this live stream is done. I just wanted to make this live stream so that when this airs and people understand, I was like, wait, why did he buy that? Or why did he buy whatever he did? Or what this live stream's all about is this. And I want to give advice to people that think that they can defend themselves, because you really don't know until you really look at a situation, because you can't say anything for certain. And this is one thing that Doug taught me, is like, you cannot be certain that your punches or your strikes are going to land exactly how you planned it. And he says, you always have to expect the unexpected. And he says, that's why I always carry something on me. Doug, I didn't know this. Doug has a concealed carry for a 45 pistol. He has a 45, most notoriously a double stack mag for an M1911. I didn't know that. Well, as it turns out, this dude carries extended magazines on this motherfucker at all times. How the this man, I did not know Doug carried a 45. He could whip a 45, but can't whip no Beetle, right? But yeah, I Doug taught me that in order to protect yourself, you need more than just one layer. And he even says, you don't just put on a shirt or a coat and go out in the winter cold. No, you layer. It's like you layer upon defenses. You don't just go in one and say, "Oh, we're good," and go. You layer up. You go shirt, coat, or sweatshirt, then coat. That's why I bought these. Because even if I can box and I can punch really hard, that means nothing if I'm outnumbered. And this is going to give me at least somewhat of an advantage when it comes to that. Because no one's going to expect you just to pull out a fucking switchblade. No one's going to expect that. Unless you live in certain areas where that's expected. And especially in my area, that's not expected at all. I don't know anybody in this area other than like 3 people out of thousands that have switchblades. And even when I went into the store for the switchblades today, there were like 2 people there at most. So from the looks of it, not many people own switchblades. They're hard to maneuver. From what I've heard, they're extremely hard to maneuver. So it makes a lot of sense as to why people want them. Why? Because who do you know has one? Yeah, these both were pretty cheap. The one that I got that's really, really rare, this one, was about the same as this one. If it's just, this one's got nice aesthetics. This one works like a charm. I liked. I do like them both, but when it comes to picking and choosing, the shorter but stubbier one, this is the one I like best. Sure, I like this one because it's aesthetically pleasing, but at the same time, it's like, what will that do if someone breaks into my truck or someone that they're gonna find this? This is why that I'm gonna carry the holsters in my truck, but I'm gonna keep the knives on me at all times. And there will be areas where I can't bring them in, like schools and whatnot. That's fine. That's fine. Because usually those places have a lot of security anyway. And plus, even if that's the case, someone in the other areas other than the school are bound to have firearms rather than a knife. So it's even better. So to me, it's kind of the only reason why I get these in the first place is self-defense. I have no other use for them except for self-defense. There's no reason for me to get them other than that. So thank you for listening to my TED Talk because I needed to get that off my chest. But so yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't have to like, don't have to subscribe, as I always say. And the best of everything, if you feel that you are completely safe behind your hands or behind something you own, you're likely not. However, that doesn't mean you should immediately think that every single time. But you must prepare for the unexpected. And that is where these come in. Even if someone pulls a gun on me and they have to rob me, they have to get close within arm's distance to steal my money. Meaning is, even with a gun, it's not going to be easy to steal money from me. So, with that being said, yeah, this is my savior. Just turn off this light before we go. And as I said before, good luck to you all. I will see you on the flip side.